Hi there, Christian Raffetto, co-founder of Seahart Press here. If you're like me, when you read the Gospels, you find yourself haunted by the character of Jesus, his nature, his essence, the way he comes off the page as you read. The late 18th century literary giant G.K. Chesterton observed this, and in this article that you're about to read, which has been excerpted from his book Orthodoxy, Chesterton hints at the reason why he believes Jesus is such a haunting personage. He says he believes that Jesus was hiding something. And it's something that we catch glimpses of here and there as we read the Gospels, but it's something we have to look forward to seeing in its full effect in heaven. Take a listen. What Jesus Was Hiding by G.K. Chesterton, excerpted from his book Orthodoxy. Man is more himself, man is more manlike, when joy is the fundamental thing in him, and grief the superficial. Melancholy should be an innocent interlude, a tender and fugitive frame of mind. Praise should be the permanent pulsation of the soul. Pessimism is at best an emotional half-holiday. Joy is the uproarious labor by which all things live. Yet, according to the apparent state of man as seen by the pagan or the agnostic, this primary need of human nature can never be fulfilled. Joy ought to be expansive, but for the agnostic, it must be contracted. It must cling to one corner of the world. Grief ought to be a concentration, but for the agnostic, its desolation is spread through an unthinkable eternity. This is what I call being born upside down. The skeptic may truly be said to be topsy-turvy, for his feet are dancing upwards in idle ecstasies, while his brain is in the abyss. To the modern man, the heavens are actually below the earth. The explanation is simple. He is standing on his head, which is a very weak pedestal to stand on. But when he has found his feet again, he knows it. Christianity satisfies suddenly and perfectly man's ancestral instinct for being the right way up. Satisfies it supremely in this, that by its creed, joy becomes something gigantic, and sadness something special and small. The vault above us is not deaf because the universe is an idiot. The silence is not the heartless silence of an endless and aimless world. Rather, the silence around us is a small and pitiful stillness, like the prompt stillness in a sick room. We are perhaps permitted tragedy as a sort of merciful comedy, because the frantic energy of divine things would knock us down like a drunken farce. We can take our own tears more lightly than we could take the tremendous levities of the angels. So we sit, perhaps, in a starry chamber of silence, while the laughter of the heavens is too loud for us to hear. Joy, which was the small publicity of the pagan, is the giant secret of the Christian. The tremendous figure which fills the Gospels towers in this respect, as in every other, above all the thinkers who ever thought themselves tall. His pathos was natural, almost casual. The Stoics, ancient and modern, were proud of concealing their tears. He never concealed his tears. He showed them plainly on his open face at any daily sight, such as the far sight of his native city. Yet he concealed something. Solemn supermen and imperial diplomatists are proud of restraining their anger. He never restrained his anger. He flung furniture down the front steps of the temple and asked men how they expected to escape the damnation of hell. Yet he restrained something. I say it with reverence. There was, in that shattering personality, a thread that must be called shyness. There was something that he hid from all men when he went up a mountain to pray. There was something that he covered constantly by abrupt silence or impetuous isolation. There was some one thing that was too great for God to show us when he walked upon our earth, and I have sometimes fancied that it was his mirth. Thanks so much for listening. Isn't Chesterton's hypothesis about what Jesus was hiding absolutely fascinating? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed that article, you're really going to love the book that it came out of, Orthodoxy by G.K. Chesterton. I encourage you to pick up your own copy. Chesterton is absolutely unparalleled in the way that he writes, in his turns of phrase. He's incredible. The C Harp Timeless Series edition of this book is available at the link below. Thanks so much for following, like, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video.